What is up, guys? Today I'm making episode 13 of the series of flying around the world with a Cessna 172. The thing is, this time we're not going to be flying a Cessna. We are going to be flying a Boeing 737-200, which is very similar to a Cessna. And what I call this plane is a bigger version of the Cessna with more buttons, and there's also air conditioning for passengers. So today we're gonna be flying from SBSV, which is right over here, so Salvador, all the way to SBNT, which is Natal. So these are city names of these are the city names of the airports. So right here we have some VORs along the route. So we have one at the airport and another one. So after 136 nautical miles, we have another one right here, another VOR, and then in 160 nautical miles after that, we're gonna have another VOR. 97 nautical miles away, we're gonna have this VOR, which is significantly kind of big. It's going to be bigger than the other ones, but it's going to still work. And then we're gonna finally have no VORs in between. Well, there is one right here, but it's not really worth it considering that we have to change too much, and so it's not gonna be really worth it. So before I start this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and enjoy this video. So right here I have the flight plan over here. Let me just generate it really quick. So I already did it before the video, so I don't need to lose too much time making it. So here it is. This is the route. Right here, top of climb. And we have top of descent. So, okay. So initial flight altitude is going to be 33,000 feet at a cruise profile of a LRC. The route distance will be 505 nautical miles. That's pretty good. Average wind will be coming from 214 at 25 knots, which is significantly a lot, but not too much since we're pretty big. Okay, we're gonna need 15,671 pounds of fuel. So we're gonna put, let's say, 15,700, or maybe, yeah. So yeah, I guess 16,000 pounds. That would be great. But yeah, we'll see in the game because that's where we put it. We are not going to put 130 passengers. It can't even hold that much. It can only hold 104. So us right now, I'm gonna be flying with 78. I'm gonna choose 78. So I'm gonna write it over here. Gotta edit this first of all, cause passengers. I'm gonna go here and put 78. Cause yeah. There you go, in the flight plan over here. Okay, there you go. So passenger count 78, that's perfect. The cargo is 4,290 pounds, but it's still good, so yeah. And then here it updated to 4,328 pounds. So let's say 4,500 pounds. That's good enough, yeah. Cause we don't want it to be like 1,000 pounds more, or else it's gonna be too heavy. But still, it's good to be close to this amount. Alright, so we have 78 passengers. This is the route. So now we have the flight plan over here. I'm also gonna download it here and then import it into charts so that I can put it in Active Sky XP. Okay, and then I wanna go here, import into charts. No, not here. I'm gonna have to go view PDF. Forgot. There it is. So there's all of this. We're gonna check it out in the game because we will need it. And that's the reason why. Let me just rewrite it. So we're gonna put SBNT 732 because that's the name of the aircraft. There you go. So now let's go into Active Sky XP. Let's load it up. We gotta first put this, and then the other one I don't know where it is. So we're gonna do that after, but first let's do the active sky speed. So there it is. Cruise altitude 33,000. Okay, the rest cruise 280 knots. That's good enough. Descent. And then alternate, we have to put the alternative airport right here. So it is SBRF. Okay, SBRF. Where? Okay, here. SBRF. Okay, now let's do refresh. Okay, there you go. So at the airport, the wind will be coming from 080 at 5 knots, which is good. At top of climb, it's gonna be coming from 310 at 2 knots. At our first VOR, it'll be coming from 329 at 12 knots. At our second VOR, it'll be coming from 334 at 21 knots. Okay. Alright, that's not extremely good, but it's gonna be alright. And then at our third VOR, it is going to be coming from 333 at 23 knots. Okay. At the top of descent, it'll be coming from 323 at 18 knots. And at the fourth VOR, which is at the airport, basically, comes from 110 at 8 knots, and at the airport is the same thing. But at the alternate airport, it'll be coming from 110 at 9 knots, which is okay. It's perfect. But this is important to know where the wind comes from, so once we land, to know the runway, which direction we have to go on the runway. But anyways, so I'm just gonna put it here, the conditions, and also, well, actually, I'll see you guys once I get in explained. So now, here we are in the game, so we are in the plane right now, because I just wanted to just show you guys directly in the plane. It's much better, I mean, it's faster, you know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, as you guys can see, you can see right here the screen here. Okay. So I also put the VORs right here, down here on the screen. You can see the VORs, and basically it has all of the information that I would need to know. But some of these I don't really need, but it's important to have them there because they exist and they have a reason to be there. So all of these that I noted down, like 56, 62, those are headings, which those are very useful to navigate myself through those VORs, basically. So I don't need to go on my tablet over here and check and see, oh, do I have to be on this? But I'll still check anyways, but still, it's good to have it here too as well. But anyways, so here we are in the game. Let me also put the checklist so I know what to do, basically. And yeah. So before I start up my checklist, like example the battery and all that, I'm gonna check and see the maintenance and see if there's anything. Nothing to report. Okay. Alright, that's good. So now we start up our checklist, which we're gonna first start the battery. Perfect. Then we're gonna put this on bat bus. That's really good. And then we're gonna start the ground power, the GPU. That's what we're gonna do. It tells me if I want to start the APU, but I have to start the GPU first. But start the air cart and the GPU because that's realistic. Let's close this. Okay, we have the GPU on right now. So here it says GPU available. Let's put it on. That's good. And here we gotta put it on ground power. And also, I'm gonna put the packs on. Yep. Okay, the stall warning we're gonna check. It's right there. Very good to know that it works because that's very important. Okay, the emergency exit lights armed. There it is. Okay, pack signs as required. We put them on. Okay. And also I'll just put the things on auto. Okay, window heat on. There you go, they're all on, that's perfect. Radio, radar, and transponder have to be set. So the radio, so that means the radio frequencies, we are going to set them up here. Nav, so our first one, which is the one at the airport, is 116.5. It's right here, actually. I could have just checked there. So 116.5. Okay, there you go. Then the next one is 115.4. And then over here we're gonna put the next one, which is the third one, which is 115.1. Okay, and then the fourth one, but we're gonna put the other ones too, and just one more, and that's it. 116.9. Okay. There you go. That's good. So then we're gonna. So once we get close, we're gonna do like this. We're gonna switch it like that, just to show you guys how we do it. So right here, I'm just gonna go and put this. So the nav 1. I can hear. Yeah. Perfect. So that was the Morse code. So right there, I'm gonna replay it for you guys if you didn't hear it. There you go. So that was a Morse code, which is really good to identify VORs. So I'm gonna turn it off because you guys heard it. So it's really good to hear the VORs because that's how pilots realistically hear them. That's exactly how I hear them. Alright, so basically to identify the VOR, we're gonna have to use this Morse code, which is dot 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 dash dash dot dot. That is what you have to hear, like a just a dot sound, which is like a beep, like a small beep, and a longer beep is the dash. That is what it means. But transponder, we don't have anything. Okay, and then we basically have to set the altimeters and basically everything. So we are also going to do this. We're gonna do like a W here. Okay. Okay, for now it's good. We have this, the piano heat not yet. We're gonna put it later. We're gonna also put this on test. We wanna ground test. This is the hydraulics. Okay, the engine hydraulics still says low pressure because we didn't start it up, so it's gonna be better. We're gonna put the wing. Okay, that's good. All right, now let's set the flight altitude and also the cabin pressure. So the flight altitude is perfect. It's 33,000 feet. That's where we're gonna be flying at. Cab altitude 7.1, so 7,100. Okay, that's good. And then land altitude, let's check with the airport basically. Well, the landing okay, it is 169, so we're gonna put 170 because it's closer to that. 170, perfect, that's good. So now we set everything here. For the duration of this entire flight, we have to not touch it. And also we have to not forget about this switch, the ground and flight. And once we land there, flight to ground. Because we don't want to pressurize too much when it's on the ground with the flight pressure. So that's kind of what we don't want to do. Okay, so now we have that. We are also going to set the altimeters. But let's also set the altitude, which is right here, and then the altimeters. So this is gonna be the flight altitude. Okay. 30. Alright, so I was checking the departures that there were, but all of them are nav because they are waypoints and we are not a GPS plane. We are a nav plane, which we use frequencies and yeah, that's kind of how it works. Alright, so right now I'm gonna input the coordinates of like basically the stand here, which that's why I was checking the charts of the taxi and the parking spot coordinates, because that was the old type of GPS. Now we have waypoints and it's more advanced, but this one is more classic and old school. But so I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do. So we are at parking spot number 7 right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a bit weird, but let me go here. So these are the coordinates that I'm gonna input into this device right here. So first I gotta put it in standby. Why does it not? Okay, perfect. There you go. So now south. So right here I'm gonna put south. 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 5, 4. Okay, so 5, 4, 9. There you go, perfect. So it does match. So now we gotta put insert. Perfect. Okay. Now we gotta do the west. So 4. Okay. 0, 3, 8, and then 2, 0, 0. Okay. Eight, 1, 9, 9. Okay, there you go. That's good. So now we put insert. Okay. Now we put this over. Oh, there you go. That's good. And now we're gonna put this one. Alright, there you go. So that is the distance. So finally we got that. And alright, so basically this is the accuracy. So if there's a 9, that means it's not accurate at all because we're not close enough. But before I leave, it has to be on 0. If it's on 0, that means it works, and that's perfect. So we did everything right. And yeah, so that means we input the coordinates right now. So we don't need to really worry about that, but there's a lot of stuff that I have to remember. And so alright, now we are going to set the altimeter. So let me check right here. Let me close this. And then right here, oh yeah, I forgot, I have to click a billion times until yeah, oh okay, but the pen, it works. Alright, so it's 2991. Okay, literally the same. That's perfect. Just this one. And boom, that's good. So even if it's 2992, you still have to change it to 2991. Even though it's not a big difference, it can cause some issues. Like a couple feet, it's not good. Alright, so we did that. We set up everything here. We got the courses now. The first course that we are going to set is this one right here. Alright, so we're gonna put the course, the first one, which is 056. 056, and then the second one, which is after the ARU VOR, is 063. Boom, there you go. And then we're gonna put well, the heading of the runway. We're gonna put the heading of the runway right here, which is well, we gotta go into here. It is 102. So I'm gonna set that up. Boom, there you go, that's good. Okay, so now we have that set up. Okay, we have the heading set up, the course is set up. Now what we're gonna do is put this on heading, there you go. We gotta like so we gotta, after we start up the engine, then okay. Alright, we're gonna, I guess right now we have everything here. That's good, the lights are good. So now we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna set up the fuel after we start up the APU and then the engine. So right now the fuel, we're gonna input it right here, the charts, so we kind of get the flight plan. And it's this one right here. Okay. Okay, I need block fuel. Okay, block fuel, 14,328. So 14,500. That's good. So this is what I'm looking at. If you don't know, it's right here, and it goes up. Boom. That's really good. Okay, and then it has 78 passengers, and we said 78, so it's exactly what we need. perfect. We don't have too much fuel for landing. It's really good. And yeah. Alright, so right now basically I set the bugs for departure, so I know the speed of how much I have to take off with, and so that's why. So we're gonna need flaps 5, as you guys can see, and then the stab trim we're gonna set it up a bit later, because that one is not too worried. But so this is where it is at stab trim, and yeah. So this is what we're gonna be leaving with. So V1 is 129. VR is 130, and then V2 is 136, so that's when we're gonna take off. And okay, so we set the bugs, that's amazing. The altimeter is set. This one, we don't have any ADS, so we're gonna keep it on VOR. Since we don't have any ADS, we don't need to change here. The clock, I would like to write over here the time. So this is the time, so we're gonna write over here, which is 1:36 p.m. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna like right here. Okay. Alright, so I just realized that this number has gone down. It's at 35 right now, so it's good. It's getting more and more accurate. So it's really good. It's amazing. So I wrote basically the time. So I'm gonna write first the one with pushback, the second with when I take off, so the time when it's gonna be take off. The third one is when I'll land, and the fourth one is when I arrive at the gate. Which it's really nice because that's when I get to know how much time it took in between everything. So before we do the pushback, we're gonna turn on the APU right now. So right here, we're gonna put this one, then we're gonna take this here, start. Perfect, that's really good. And then we gotta wait now. We gotta just wait until this gets to like 5, 6-ish. I'm gonna test the quantity, that's very important, to see if it actually works. The boom, that works. So if it actually works, these like arrows, and so it actually, the gauges, I meant, yeah. Okay. The oil, that's really good. So we have a lot of oil, that's really good. Oil pressure, of course it's low because we didn't start the engines yet. Okay, it works. I don't know why this doesn't work here. I can't press it for some reason. Okay. This is very important to know. We gotta let it just play out. But this is very important. Alright, APU is turned on. That's really good. So we gotta wait until that's blue over here. And then we're gonna put on the APU. Alright. Boom. Boom.
Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Flight slope. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Alright, so let me just turn off the GPU and the air cart.
30.
That's good.
10.
So then we're gonna open the doors when we get the passengers inside, which they're already inside. So I'm just gonna open this one. Okay. And these I'm gonna turn them off because we're gonna put this on the APU. That's really good. Okay. Alright, so this is good. So now we're gonna turn these on. Perfect. That's really good. Okay, so these are still low. It's because we didn't start them yet. So we're gonna start that up after. This is gonna be off because we don't have the GPU anymore. Okay, what else? Okay, so this one, I'm gonna put it on. And then we're gonna put this on the APU generator because we don't have the ground power anymore. So that's everything is working here. Everything is good. So we have the APU on now. Okay, let's check a bit more. P-dot here, we're not gonna put it yet because right now we're gonna after pushback then we put it, and after we start up the engine or whatever. Okay, that's on APU. That's good. Okay, so all right, we're gonna start the pushback. I'm gonna pre-plan it really quick. So that's right here, the taxi line. Okay, because this is alright. So yeah, it's like right over here, the taxi line.
Grounded to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Please call me through the menu when you're ready.
Alright, so the INS has calibrated itself because it's very low number. It's not at 9, it is at 0.5. So that is really good. We did everything right for the coordinates because, I mean, if you don't know how to do it, you know, it's not going to be working well. But right now it works perfectly fine. It works great. Okay, so now, there you go. So now it is accurate, I'm guessing. There you go, now it works. That's really good. Okay.
Grounded to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, so now we are gonna start the pushback right now. He's going through the light pole. It's so funny seeing this. So I wanted to kind of show you guys how it looks like from outside, the pushback, because not a lot of people get to see this. This is how it looks like. So basically he's gonna get the front wheel up here to basically grab it up so that he can actually
Okay,
push
all
it
doors and
with his
hatches are
little
closed, ready to
cart
connect.
here, as I can call it, because it is kind of a cart. Alright. There you go. And these pushback carts are mandatory in each airport because that's the only way that the plane can go back. Unless if you put reverse thrusters, but it's not really good and you're gonna put too much wear and tear in the engines, which is not really good, and it's too expensive to maintain them that much. But anyways, that's why they made pushback, because I can reverse it right now, but I'm gonna waste too much fuel, so it's not even worth it. Alright. Okay, so let's just wait until we... Alright, so I'm checking here. So now I'm checking how I'm gonna get to the runway right here, which is runway 10. So that is where we're gonna take off. We have enough runway, so we don't need to worry about how much runway we need. Because I remember one flight I had to basically hold the brakes and then put it at the half throttle and then release and then just take off. Yeah. Alright, so I put the basically the beacon on with the anti-collision light because why not? I mean, I have to. It's very important. And also I release the parking brake so that he can start the pushback. Alright, I'm gonna put this one here.
Starting pushback now, and you may start your engine.
And I may start the engine. So once he starts getting rolling, when he starts turning, that's when we're gonna start the engines. Well, basically we're gonna do this checklist, the engine start checklist. We should start it now, the engine start checklist. So let's start it now because it's gonna take a while. Okay, so galley is gonna be off. Okay, so okay, packs off. We're gonna turn them off. Okay, that's good. Bleed PSI 30 plus. That's good. It is at 40, close to 40. Engine bleed valves open. They're always open. That's really good. Okay, to start, well, I know already, so we gotta put one or two. Let's start with two because once he turns, but we're gonna start with engine 2 when it starts to turn. Alright, now I should start it. So ground. Now we gotta wait until N2 gets to 20. Yeah, that's all we want to hear. Okay, and once it gets to N20, then we do this. That's basically the fuel cutoff. We put it full in. Okay, now we wait to see if it starts up nicely, because if it doesn't start up nicely, then it's not good. So yeah, so we want the exhaust temperature to basically balance itself out so it's stable. Alright, we can hear the sound, it's really loud. This EPR is still on 104. Okay, maybe it has like a throttle or something, like an additional one. Well, I'm not accelerating, but yeah. Alright, so now these are all stable. They're staying at a good position. That's really good. Now let's start up the first engine. There you go.
Operation
right.
completed. Please set parking brake.
Alright, we're gonna put it right now. Okay.
Disconnecting tow. Please stand by.
Alright, now it's at 20. So 20, I mean, it's not because I chose 20, but that's how it has to be. It's really important for it to be 20. Okay, because I didn't choose that. That's how it is. Because look, you see, right here. That's what it says. But it's very important. Now let's disconnect with hand signals. Alright. There you go. This is going down. It's supposed to go over here. At the starting green. Yep, it is. This is good. This is good. Fuel flow is amazing. Okay. Let's test that. Good. It works. Okay. So now
Tow is disconnected.
we're gonna.
Bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on your left, sir. See you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you very much. Alright, we're gonna put this on generator. Since we started with Sue, let's go with Sue. Okay. And then we're gonna put the galley on. Okay, and then we're gonna turn off the APU. Since we have the engine, we don't need it. So this is off. And that means this one is off here. And then the packs are gonna put on. Perfect, that's really good. So, okay. This one we're gonna put it on, now we're gonna put it on flight. It's very important. Since we have the engines turned on, that's what we need to put. Okay. Alright, we're here. I'm gonna put these here. Okay. Alright, since we're gonna taxi, basically we did all of this. Oil pressure, the oil pressure is good. We don't have low oil pressure. Now we're gonna put these lights on and the taxi lights since we're gonna be taxiing. I'm gonna put down. Okay, that's gonna be for after. We're not gonna need anti-ice. We need anti-ice once we get in the cloud. So let's test it out. Okay. Perfect. It works. It's good that it works. Okay. That's really good. Okay, perfect. We're gonna test the brakes when we're gonna be there, like when we're gonna be taxiing. So let's do the stab trim. We're gonna set this up. So it's 4.41. Alright. Alright, that's good. That's good. Alright, that's good. So we set that up. Now we're gonna release the parking brake and just taxi to the runway basically. So let's just go and taxi. There you go. So as you can see, this is basically the route that we're gonna be taking right now. So right here we are on Alpha right now. So we're at the apron. We're gonna turn right on Juliet 3, and then we're gonna turn left immediately on Alpha, and then basically go over here on Bravo to intercept with the runway, and basically do this checklist right here before takeoff, and basically leave from the airport. So we're gonna have to planify everything. So right now, basically I'm taxiing. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna turn right now. And when you're turning, it's better to be under 10 knots. It's really good. So that's how I know, because of the GS. So I'm just gonna accelerate really quick. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay. And now we immediately turn left. That's exactly how we're gonna do. And basically, when you're taxiing, it's not good to be more than 20 knots, because then it's too fast, you know. So it's the same thing with Cessna, you know. You gotta be very slow. You gotta be slow. Alright. And also, I got a co-pilot right now with me, so just to help me out with stuff. For example, with the coordinates, I had no idea how to do that, but it's nice now. I'm learning how to use the coordinates. It's really nice. So when I do next flights with just myself, which is super hard, well, it's gonna be hard because I have to manage a lot of things at the same time. So I'm gonna let it roll. Okay. So we're gonna go on the left and then go just straight. Alright, so now I'm gonna finish the checklist basically. So anti-ice as required. I'm not gonna put because we're not in a cloud. Pitot heat on. Okay, flight instruments set for departure. We set the bugs, so it's really good. We don't need to touch anything. Flight controls checked. We did, because I showed you guys with the altimeters and stuff. Speed brake down. It is. Let me show you guys, so you guys can see. Yep, right there. It's down. Okay, stab trim set for takeoff. We did. We just did earlier. Flaps set for takeoff. We're gonna put 5. So it's right here. It's right there, as you guys can see. So okay, like that, just to check and see how much did I put. Let me show you guys from outside how it looks like. These are the flaps right here when it goes down. So we don't have too much. 5, a bit more. Oh, that's good. Perfect. We are exactly on the 5. It's amazing. Okay, galley power on. It is on. That's amazing. Electrical no lights. So no lights. That's good. Fuel heat off. We didn't put it. Hydraulics. So the pressure and quantity normal. It's good. APU as required. We're not gonna put it. We have the engines. Pressure set for cruise altitude. We did at the start. It's amazing. Flight ground switch. We gotta put it on flight. We did. Yeah, it is. That's amazing. EPR and airspeed bugs. We did. Perfect. Oh, that's good. Alright. So, that technically means we are ready for takeoff. So, I'm gonna set like that. Okay. So, let's release the handbrake. And basically just the parking brake. So I'm just gonna approach like this. I'm gonna accelerate a little bit, and yeah.
Approaching 10. On runway 10.
Alright, so now I'm setting up the weather radar because this is pretty important in the flight, so we know if there's bad weather or good weather or clouds or no clouds. I'm gonna put this on 4.5 right here. Okay. So that's good. So now I am okay. So right now it is 14:01 or 2:01 p.m. for takeoff, and I am ready to accelerate. Let's go. Alright, so before I forget, at 18,000 feet, I'm gonna have to set the altimeter at 2992, which is actually the global altimeter for every plane in the entire planet. Like, so above 18,000 feet. Alright, and now, so right here. And then this one, 92. Perfect. So I did close the map because it's kind of, well, not useless, but like there's not a lot of action and it's gonna be cluttering too much the screen, so it's not gonna be really nice. So that's all I'm gonna say for now. Basically, I'm gonna tell you guys more stuff if anything happens for the passengers. You know, if they need to do anything, because I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a great flight. And then we're gonna have to input, well, basically change like with these radio frequencies, these VORs. So I have to not forget about that. And yeah. Alright, so right now we are approaching the VOR, which, as you guys can see, we are at 33,000 feet. I'm gonna reduce speed. So, I'm just gonna reduce most of the throttle. That's good enough. There you go. So we are getting very close to the VOR, and then we're pretty high up. So after we basically pass it, I'm just gonna like put the VOR lock. Okay, and now we put it on VOR lock. Perfect. There you go. That was very smooth. So now it's gonna turn a little bit. So, because it turns, that's why. Because it's a bit dangerous to walk around the plane while. Okay, so there you go. That's kind of basically an update, because I told you guys I was gonna do more updates like this, even when we get close to the next one, which is MCE. So I'll see you guys once I get there. I'm not gonna cut anything, but yeah. This is your captain speaking here. Oh, no, never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking here. We are arriving shortly at the airport, at SBNT or at Natal here. We are arriving shortly at the airport. Please go back to your seats, buckle up, and I hope you have an amazing rest of the flight. Thank you very much for flying with Varig Airlines. Did I nail that? Like, do I need to practice more on that? Like, be honest, you know, but anyways. So we are getting closer, just like I was saying. 111 miles, we're gonna have to start descending, actually. Alright, we're gonna start descending right now, so let's get it to 2,000 feet. Because that's what we gotta get to. Okay. Now the IAS, we gotta put it slowly, we gotta put. So we gotta basically put this at 0. Okay, we put that at 0. We're not descending. Okay, we better start descending right now. Oh my god, this is bad. Oh my god, this is actually bad. I'm not descending. Hello? Hello? Can I start descending? Okay, that's why. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, bruh. But we... God, bruh. Okay, alright. Well, we're good. We're still good. We still have it. Alright, we're descending pretty well. This is amazing. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want. I have to be at 250 knots by 10,000 feet. So if I'm not at that speed, I'm done. Alright, more after this. Okay, yep, we're cooked. Chat, we are cooked. No, I'm just kidding, we're good. Okay, so we are descending pretty well. We're actually descending at a good rate, actually. This is amazing. This is a great rate. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, alright, we're good. Okay, we don't need to worry about too much. We're good. Below 18,000 feet, I'm gonna set the altimeter of the airport. So I have to not forget about that. Is it just me or we're descending a bit too slow? You know, it's like... No, but we're good. We gotta keep it like that. I hope we're good, bro. I hope.
1,000.
Approaching 1-6 left.
Flight slow. Minimums. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Long landing, 6,000 feet remaining. 5,000 remaining. 4,000 remaining. 3,000 remaining. 2,000 remaining. On runway 34 right.
Alright, so it was saying that it was a long landing, but at least we did land it, so that's the best part. I had to put the reverse thrusters. Basically, I had to toggle them, so I have to put like that and then accelerate. And then put them back and close them. So at least we didn't pop the tires, at least we didn't blow up anything, so it's amazing, we did good in this video. So yeah, it was a great landing, honestly. It was a pretty good landing for my level, because I'd never flown planes like this. So yeah, and also because of I would have never done this without my co-pilot's help, because the coordinates, I would have never known how to use them. Well, I would figure out something, but I wouldn't know exactly how to do that. So right now he's turning on the APU. Now me, I'm just checking the speed and, like, you know, the ground speed, the GS. And so yeah, so I'm gonna go to the gate, the apron, if I can find one right here. So yeah, so as you guys can see, there you go. So we're gonna exit right now on Echo. Okay, brake. Echo, that's good. Okay, and then we go to a gate, not a hangar, but I guess there's only hangars. Oh, we could go somewhere over here, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be good there. Okay. Alright, it was pretty smooth, like, we didn't damage any tires, so it wasn't that bad the landing. Honestly, we didn't. It was pretty smooth, honestly. Okay, so. Yeah.
Approaching 30.
Alright, so now the APU is on, so now we're gonna put these off. Okay, so we're just gonna basically do the shut off right now. Alright, so I'm gonna go over here, we're gonna put these off. Boom, there you go, we just cut off the engine completely. And then this, we're gonna put it off. So it's this one. Perfect. This one also. This, perfect, there you go, it's off completely. The engine is off, okay. The GPU, we need the GPU right now. Okay. And the air card also. Okay, now since we have the GPU, we turn off the APU. Well, actually not. So, we turn this thing on, and then we turn off the APU. So this turns off automatically. Okay, and then we put this on ground power. This one we put it off. Galley power off. And then here, all of this off. P-dot heat off. And then also hydraulics, only the electrical ones. And then also the packs, we're gonna put them, I guess, yeah. So until they're out, I guess we're just gonna leave them on. Okay. So, oops, that one. These are gonna stay like that. Okay, this thing off, all of this off, and these are off. Okay, so all these are off. Okay, fuel pumps off, all of them. Those are off. Okay, so since we finished that, then we turn off the GPU. Yeah. Alright. And also the air cart we have to remove. Then this one off. Off, okay. And then this one we put it standby. Boom. Oh. There you go. So that is a cold and dark. That's how you do it. Basically you have to shut off everything that you turned on. And yeah. So thank you guys for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'm also gonna show you the replay before I end this video. So here's the replay of my landing. Alright, so that was a landing. It was actually pretty good. It was a butter landing. I wish it would say that. There is a software for that, but we gotta make it work. Maybe there's updates. So yeah, goodbye guys. Thanks for watching.